Let's go ahead and talk about topping the golf ball and some of the misconceptions that go running around when people top the ball. The biggest thing that happens when somebody tops the golf ball is your body stays down too long. And you have no choice but through the hitting area to start to pull your arms up and bend them, causing the club head to hit the ball on the upswing, topping the ball. And what happens most of the times after somebody tops one, I hear it all the time, everyone will tell them to stay down, keep your body down, keep your head down. A lot of different things, and really that's not going to cure it at all. In fact, it could make it worse. You'll still top a ball after that, or you'll top it later on in the round. What we've got to really understand is exactly what the body is doing through the hitting area on a well-struck shot. Okay, so as I get to the top here, my body weight goes forward, but it also goes downward. So my normal weight is about 165 pounds, but as I start my transition, my weight is increasing to 225 pounds maybe, most of it going to my left leg. So from this position, as I make that move down, now I'm actually able to push my body up and rotate through the hit. So if you just looked at the body alone, it's going downward and forward, and then up and rotating through the hit. Now the arms are what go down. Okay, they're the only thing in the golf swing, the arms that are actually going down through the hitting area. Everything else is pushing up. So the arms look like this. So you can see there, body's pushing up, arms are extending down and through. And to be honest with you, when it's done well, when it's done right, I do feel like my head and my eyes are staying down through the hitting area, but I know that my body's actually doing the opposite. It's pushing up and through. So in order to stop topping the ball, you have to have that blend of those two opposite reactions. The upward rotational of your body, but at the same time, the downward component of your arms, hands, and club head. So a good drill is to just stand there and hit balls that way to where you get set at address. Maybe you pump it down once or twice, feeling your weight go down and forward. And then from there, really getting that sensation of standing up through the hitting area as your arms go down and out. So from this down the line view, you can see it's going to look and feel the same way. Much like a rebounder that goes down for a rebound and then pushes up, he always has to go down first. So in the hitting area, before I can actually start to push up, I need to go down some. And then be able to push up through the hit. But as much as I still hit down on that ball, my body's actually going this way. You can see my legs are extending and pushing up as my arms, hands, and club swing down and through. So I hope that helps give you a little clearer picture maybe of what happens when you top the ball or your friends top the ball. But it definitely has nothing to do with trying to stay down or keep your head down. It's a little more complicated than that. I'm going to show you some video later on too of other players fighting the same thing. I hope that helps you out.
So now we have a live example of one of my students and Annika Sorenstam, arguably the best women's golfer that's ever lived, probably the most dominant in recent memory. So just to look at his swing, we see that issue of staying down too much in the hitting area. I have a horizontal line drawn just above his head, and you notice from the top of the backswing through, he just goes more and more down. And through the hitting area, that causes his arms to have to bunch up and pull up. A lot of break in his left wrist, and then from there, the left arm has to shorten. But because he is too much bent over, his arms have no choice but to shorten their radius and their length through the hitting area. And he struggled with hitting behind the ball and a lot of thin shots. You could definitely see a position that's very tough to get to full extension when you're that much down. So as we watch Annika here, you can see her first movement. I have two lines drawn with her. I have one just outside of her hip and one on the top of her head. But you see the first movement is that weight transfer forward into your left side. So she is in an athletic position here, moving all of her weight into her left foot, just below the line. But watch closely as she goes through the hitting area. Her head, not only does it turn towards the target, that's her trademark move, but it actually is going up as she's striking down on that ball. So you can see here her head, because her legs are thrusting and her hips are turning, right? That's pushing her head up, but her arms are extending down and out through the hitting area. So once again, you just run back through that same sequence, right? Weight transfer to the left foot. That's the beginning of the downswing. Now from here, the body continues to turn and thrust through the hitting area as the arms extend down and strike a nice divot into the ground. And from there, she'll continue to rise all the way through to a nice full finish. But that's the feeling we want for a proper strike.